this show, we will discuss topics ranging from lifestyle, sports, entertainment, and events that shape our lives. None of this would be possible without S Street Media, so please hit the subscribe button, like, and share. It is because of them and our families and the loved ones that all of this is possible. So today we bring to you an episode that's going to change your life and change the way that you view Brooklyn. How are you, Pat?
What's going on, Nard? What's going on, partner? You good? You good?
Dope.
Back for another episode right here.
Dope, man. This is going to be huge, man. Today we really going to introduce the people to something different, man. Something
totally different today.
New, which really makes me proud, man, because here we trying to change the narrative. We trying to get all the people universally, especially people who look like us, to see the changes that could be done, man. So without further ado, I want to introduce, man, a friend. You know
good
what I mean?
Friend.
Something like good friend.
Yes.
Family, for real, and also another Brooklyn native, man. We have Jay Hill, the CEO of Brooklyn Ball.
Jay Hill, what's the deal, baby? Yep.
Thank you for coming, my guy.
No doubt. No, thank you for having me.
Nah, this is big. This is big, man.
Definitely good for having you, brother.
Nah, man.
Yeah, long time coming, baby.
For sure. And all you shorties, y'all pay attention. Y'all see them spinnies up there, man? Y'all see them spinnies up there? That's years of practice, shorty.
Word up. You got to try to keep it together.
Nah, that's dope, though, man. For real, though. But, Jay, man, thank you for coming, man. So, don't even cheat the people, man. Tell them a little bit about you. Like, where you from? How'd you get where you at? And talk to us, man.
Well, Brooklyn born, like us all, you know what I'm saying? I come from generation of Brooklynites, you know what I'm saying? My grandparents lived in Brooklyn.
Right.
You know, I remember living with my great-grandmother on Quincy and Nostrand. You know, so most of my family born and raised in Bed-Stuy.
Yeah, it's funny because I just told someone recently, like, man, I lived on Gates Avenue when the 79th Precinct was on Gates Avenue. A lot of people don't remember that.
That's
directly across the street from the 79th Precinct was Black Pearl.
That's
like, remember Black Pearl?
Absolutely.
Uber what? You crazy?
Absolutely.
Black Pearl, white top now, but that's what's up, though. Bed-Stuy native, man, in Brooklyn doing big things. Mm-hmm. You know? Where'd you go to school at?
Public school, went to 305.
Okay.
Then we moved from off of Gates and Marcy over on Lefferts Place. Then I went to PS 56.
Okay.
From there 258.
Oh, you went to the 8 Ball?
Yeah, just for a minute. Then my mom's moved us to Crown Heights.
Okay.
So definitely got that Crown Heights route.
Okay.
Went to 210, and from there, Boys and Girls.
Okay, Boys and Girls alum. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Kangaroos again, Pat. Everywhere, right?
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah, we had Rod, another kangaroo guy.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what's up, though, man. And going to school in the hood and being around, like you said, like coming from a family like that was deep in the roots. Like, is that where you like developed like your knack for the grind?
Well, it's important that we know our family history, where we're from, you know what I'm saying, what we made of.
Right.
So growing up, my family ran a daycare center.
Okay.
Entrepreneurial
from the gate.
Yeah, a lot of people know Tabernacle Daycare.
Right.
Where we went to summer camp there. We went to, it was a private school. One building was a private school. Another building was a daycare center. On Kosciuszko was a daycare center. On Lexington, between Bedford and Nostrand, was a private school.
Okay.
And
huge.
My family pretty much ran the joint. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, my mother worked in the kitchen, cooking. Grandparents, my aunt was the director. Another aunt principal. Like cousins, teachers, but everybody was certified. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's dope, though. It's dope.
We grew up having our own business.
Right. But and that's important because we got a lot of kids right here that we see daily that look like us and don't understand that we are such a great entity. And like when you have like the back, like you had that structure, like that's very important because a lot of kids can't say like my mom is the principal or my mom is my teacher or my mom is a teacher.
Right.
Because just the way the structure is and the things that people face and go through. But to see a family, like to hear about your family, which I know a little bit about it, but to hear how your family had their hands in something so imperative, something that really that was beneficial and everything. That's great, man. So that helped you like really focus in like academic wise. So.
Well, I mean, it was, we still had our struggles. We kind of still wanted to be, me growing up, I still wanted to be running around the streets, gambling or whatever, but I know where I come from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes 14, we had summer jobs right there at the school, but after that we still, everybody wanted a taste of Brooklyn, and that's
that
like,
was a long
little bit
3
of the
weeks.
streets.
That was a long 3 weeks for that first check. Some of you, for real, man.
But not only was it a long 3 weeks, like you had to be careful when it's time to go cash that check.
You need
definitely
a sponsorship. Definitely a sponsorship to go sing. Everybody, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Boys was out there ready to get you for that little check.
Adults was out there. It wasn't even boys. It was adults. Like they was like, shorty.
Exactly.
Show me holler at you. Nah, baby, you gotta have on some serious pro kids to catch me today, Jack. I'm out. Word, but nah, that's dope though, man. And that's the thing too, man. Just having like a base, like origin, like y'all. It's a lot like y'all got a big family, so like it's actually dope, man, to have a network, man. And you guys always doing something, man. And that's huge, and that's what we got to get back to. We got to get back to the village, really participating in the upbringing of these kids, man. Like we got to keep talking. We got each one teach one. We got to keep working, man. So like after like from being around your family and learning certain traits and everything, and then like being in high school and stuff like that, like did you have an idea what you wanted to do, which field you was headed in?
When I was a kid, man, I love animals. I'm a nature boy, so I always wanted to be the guy who was narrating the animal program.
Okay.
But I didn't know what that title was, or what I'm saying. So, I didn't pursue nothing like that. But for me and a few other people in my family, my aunt worked at Bell Atlantic. So right out of high school, she had us on the list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the fortunate thing where, we had jobs waiting for us.
Right. Ain't nothing like the socket. I always say that on this show. The plug ain't nothing without the socket, baby.
Absolutely.
That's dope though, man. Again, man, like I say this several times throughout the program, and I really like people to appreciate it. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And more importantly, man, please go to S.STREET Media's YouTube page, subscribe, like, and share. Please tell a friend, and that's dope. Bell Atlantic. Wow, I remember I had a phone. Did I have a phone Bell Atlantic? I think so. Yeah,
of course,
Bell Atlantic.
I'm
talking like when I thought I was grown, I had my own room, so I needed my own line.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was winning when I got that own line. But that's dope though. So you went into
back in the
Bell Atlantic, and what were you doing there? Were you like a service tech or something? Were you going out on the poles?
Yeah, man. When I first started, it's funny. Like me and my cousin, we went to go take the test fresh out of high school, dope. And so it was a crowded room. We the youngest ones in there, about 50 people in there. So we took the test, and I didn't know what was on the papers. You know what I'm saying? So I did a more guessing than me knowing it. So they called like maybe 40 people, and my cousin was in the 40. So I was like, oh shit, like you passed the test.
You got in.
Yeah, I'm glad at least one of us got in.
Right.
So he came back and he was like, yo, we all failed. I was like, failed? So I passed?
So they called the 40. They called the 40 who didn't get picked.
Yeah, and then the last 10 was the ones who passed. So I was like, wow, I had a technician job, but I didn't have a driver's license yet.
Oh.
So I had to be an escort to the technician.
Okay.
So I did that. Got my license like a couple of months after.
Right.
And I became a technician.
Dope.
Working in Brooklyn, in Tompkins Projects, in Sumner,
oh, you was looking like the man. They was on you. You was coming through with
had
the
a good old
belt.
job, tool belt. The girl singing Mr. Telephone Man and all that.
That's what's up, baby.
Good old days, homie.
For sure, man. For real. So, like, you started in tech, and like, at what point, like, did you like want to change? Like you didn't want to do like tech anymore?
So I was doing that for many years, but at the end of the day, man, like I'm a dreamer,
Right?
You know
right.
what I'm saying, and I think it all starts when we're young. Like we all play the game that we don't realize that game really means something
Right.
when we say, that's my car, or that's my house. Like we're dreaming, like we're dreaming big. You know what I'm saying?
You really prophesize.
So it's things that I really wanted, and sometimes people say like, yo, you dreaming too big, like you can't get that car, like and that really kind of like it stunts the growth sometimes.
Right, it deters you. It's funny because it's like Jay-Z said on one of his albums, like, or interview or something, he said that like he's telling his uncle what he's gonna do, and his uncle's like, you're not gonna be a rapper, you're not gonna be a platinum rapper, you can't do this. But it was more so because his uncle couldn't do it. Right. And it's like that, like people were telling us that we can't do certain things because they don't see themselves accomplishing that, man.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, man, salute to you, man, for sticking to your guns, man, and salute to your family too for instilling those morals in you. Because again, it's important, man. I always say, listen, it's very important to know who you are, but it's even more important to know who you are not. Because being like somebody, being the person you are not, will put you in situations that you're not prepared to deal with, and that's awesome. Like you said, that's my car. That's my house. Like remember. We saw the older guys, like your uncles and cousins and them, they was fly. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to do that. I don't know where it shifted at. These kids don't want to get dressed no more. And I don't know when it changed. But we saw that. And like that was motivation. Like, dudes always had, they always had money. They was out. They had the cars, Mm-hmm. So like, just like seeing something, like playing that game and really bringing it to fruition is like really dope, man. Like, I gotta salute you on that. Man.
No doubt.
For real. So like, in the change, like you're doing the tech thing, and you're starting to want other things. Like, what were you shooting for?
So around that time, like that's where we was gambling a lot. The thing in the streets was gambling, partying. The music industry started becoming like popping.
Right.
So, I was always a fly dude and a cool dude.
Sure.
So, I had like a lot of the older guys kind of took me under their wing and like, yo, shorty, come hang out with me. And I'm going to Bentleys when I'm like 17 years old.
That's Pat's spot.
It's my spot.
You know what I'm saying?
Pat's spot.
So, and working for Bell Atlantic, I met a group of dudes who was like into the life, and I'm like, wow, I feel at home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I went to college at nighttime, but I didn't finish because Bell Atlantic, I'm 18 years old making $60,000 a year, and I'm like, well, I need to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I kind of wish I would have went away to school, but I have no regrets.
Right now,
you know what I'm saying?
Now that's a blessing though. Now, because and that's real, to be able to say like, I didn't. If I had the opportunity, I probably would have went away. But then we know if we really change, like if we deviate from the path that God created for us, will we be where we at now? Will we be doing what we're doing now?
Right.
So like it's definitely huge though. But like it's crazy because it's so different from our era to now. Whereas the older dudes, they was trying to show you the way. They was like, yo, shorty, you see this is what we're doing, this is what we're going. Come on, so we're going here. And then you were around certain things, so you conduct yourself in a certain manner. Like now the format is so crazy, it's like it's in reverse. Like they grabbing the shorties and throwing them the wrong way, like lead them to 1111 Hazen Street.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're trying to send these kids straight across the water for real. Oh, you know? And so that's big. Shout out to your OGs, man. Mm-hmm. Word. So it's like I really wrote questions down for you, man. This is important, man. You know what I mean? It's
we kids are baby boomers, man. So it's a difference. Like, we got the best of both. You know what I'm saying? We had that foundation, and even like was raised and played outside.
Right, we had childhood.
A good childhood like our parents did. You know what I'm saying? And then, obviously as time went on, it kind of changed. So that's why I say, like, we kind of got the best of both.
Let me tell you
The
something.
kids are baby boomers.
Speaking of our childhood, son, yo, I love the summertime, but I be so mad in summer because don't be no open Johnny Pumps no more, and I hate buying water, son. For real, man. We lived off that, man. For real, wasn't no hand sanitizer. Wasn't no, you brush that off, wash your hands off in that water, and you kept it going.
Drinking from the Johnny Pump.
Yeah.
I don't know if the fire hydrant was on nowadays, man. It might be
scary.
bad.
Yeah,
because
it's bad.
it was too many people was getting dunked on and like that you don't even know. And like shit would have been crazy, man. Nowadays,
right? It's crazy, man. So it's like the industry, man. Like you said, like the industry started to change, man. So what's that industry like? Do you prefer? Did you really enjoy? Like I'm pretty sure you did. Like the party scene and everything, but like in reference to like focusing on what you want to do, like what did you prefer? What part of the tech industry did you prefer?
You know, working for Bell Atlantic, and which turned to like 9X or Verizon, like you know that was just a job. It was like, for me, it was like the best job. But you know, I wanted to do other things. You know, I got a little taste of a little acting. So you know, even running around the music industry, like you know, with Just and them and all of them,
right.
You know, JM and like that kind of it was entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of felt like that's where I want to be, but I didn't know exactly where.
Which lane?
You know, I even had like, you know, my man was rapping, so you know, I'm managing him and
wearing a lot of hats.
Yeah,
right.
But at some point, I said I want to be my own artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to kind of pursue my own dreams instead of, you know, rolling with Rush.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Being a part of someone else's thing.
Right.
Understood. Now that's dope. All right, that's but again too, and it's funny because we got to keep going back. That pays homage to your upbringing, like being able to know how to lead. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has the potential to follow. Right. You know what I mean? But knowing how to lead or when to say, now it's time for me to branch off and do this, like that's big, man. So like in the industry, like you were around a lot of people. Did any one like thing like stand out like in reference to like you become your own entity?
As far as like the music industry, running around that, you know, the party scene, it was just fun.
Party scene was crazy back then too.
But I think my boy Kai, he went to Clark, Atlanta. He had to do a film project, and he asked me to, you know, be one of the actors in it. So I did that, and I was, you know, kind of got bit by the actor's bug, like that's what they say.
Right.
So I was like, wow, man, you know, let me pursue this. Let me take this serious. You know, I'm a little camera shy, but like, you know, let me just try it.
Right.
So, you know, I went audition for a play, and I got picked for a lead role. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
I was Tony Terry's understudy.
Okay.
And I was like, you know, I used to.
Why that sound familiar, Tony Terry? That's the artist dude, right?
Yeah, that
singer dude.
One hit wonder, When I'm With You, that dude. Yeah.
Nigga said, and he's out of here.
But yo, I wound up being his understudy, and we went on tour. And they wound up getting rid of him, so I became like the lead actor in this play.
That's dope.
You know
and what's the name of the play?
It was When a Man Cries.
Dope. That's what's up.
Yeah, one of my good guys. So JD Lawrence, he was he wrote it or whatever.
Nice.
But my man Byron McCrae, he the one that really, you know, he was the executive producer.
Okay.
So he put me on, and you know, after that, like it was like, yo, Jay, we get ready to do another film project.
How is that, man? Like being like coming out there live in front of people each night. You're doing like 2 shows a night.
Yeah, it's crazy because, you know, when we was local, I'll invite everybody, and like, you know, people show mad love, and they come, and then, you know, I look through the curtain and I see everybody I know. That's when I get nervous. I be like, what the hell did I do? You know, but once the curtain open, it's like really showtime, and I don't feel no nervousness. Like, you know, like I'm in it. You know what I'm saying?
We used to, I know Pat probably feel the same way. We used to be like that, like before, like games. Like every game, it's like you get like a little nervous twitch. Like my leg used to shake a little bit, but then as soon as I get out there, it's like it's gone and it's back to business.
Yeah,
right?
y'all know y'all ball players.
Yeah. So did you like with the play stuff? Like, did your career take off the way you expected it?
It was headed in that direction. Like, you know, Byron, he had a great opportunity to do an episodic television show, and he asked me to direct it, and I'm like, because I casted it first, so you know, I picked a really, really great cast, and I just put on a hat and I just do my best. I do some research and I just go for it.
Nah, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So I casted a really, really good, you know, crew, and then he asked me to direct it. So now I'm like, how do I direct this? You know, so I made some phone calls to people who directors that I know. Then I just started watching like Law and Order and a whole bunch of shows, and like, okay, this is how the camera moving. Like, so I looked at it from a different eye. You know what I'm saying?
Just glad you ain't do that Spike Lee thing with it, just like they like they floating. Like that used to drive me crazy.
I
man.
know, and that's like a signature that he hold on to.
I don't know where that came from, man.
For real. But so with that, we had a lot of deals on the table, man. Like, you know, HBO and IFC and A&E. But at the last minute, like, you know, they just couldn't get it right, and so they scratched that project.
Wow.
You know, so it ain't no telling, but I appreciate the experience.
Would you have like looking back, would you have changed anything on how it played out?
Nah, I wouldn't have changed nothing because it wasn't really, you know, I had no control of what didn't go right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I think I did what I had to do, you know.
Nah, that's dope. All right. Yeah, Jay, man, I'm impressed, man. I didn't even know you was like almost on Broadway, man.
I know,
What
man.
we got here? We got Blue Label here today.
I brought a little something to drink, man. You know,
that's what's up, man. That's
a little
dope.
Johnny Blue. I know you don't drink that much, man.
Nah, but for you, I'm gonna have a sip
take
today.
a little sip.
Fellas, this is not regular. For everybody tuning in, this is not regular. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the bottle itself. Like, I don't see a lot of dudes in the hood drinking this on the block. You know?
Oh man.
Nah, this is dope. This is not Casamigo.
I mean, people do what they do. Like,
Nah, it's dope, man. It's crazy because, like, I watch Chicago PD, and I always see, like, Hank Voight. He pour him with, like, a little shot glass, like, about this much. And that joint lasts the whole hour.
You gotta you gotta respect a good drink, man.
You better not speed with this, Jack.
Yo, salud, bro.
Salute,
Success.
Appreciate
to you and Pat. You know what I'm saying?
Yourself.
Amazing thing.
Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you,
No
definitely.
doubt. All right, nah. One sip is good, man. You ain't got to drink no more, man.
Chest. Hell, my chest, boy.
Oh man.
Nah, that's dope though. So this is like this Blue Label. What is that? Is it like a brandy, a cognac?
Yeah, this is whiskey.
Oh, it's whiskey.
Yeah.
It's adult shit. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Johnny Blue. This top of the line, baby.
Wow,
Yeah, bro.
Nah, that's dope though, man. So being a BK native, like, you know, like, we know how deep your roots run, but like, what kind of pride do you take in being a BK dude?
Amazing pride, man. Like, you know, I wear it on my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very, very passionate about Brooklyn.
Yeah, me too, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's like, I don't even know what it is about all the other boroughs, whatever case may be, but Brooklyn, dudes, like, yo, we love this town, man. And you know, even though the streets got the largest appetite, and they'll eat you up, they'll devour you and everything, but just like, it's crazy how like you from Brooklyn, right? And you say, yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm from the Star, I'm from the Ville. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure this out because I get lost. Why Red Hook and Coney Island dudes never say they from Brooklyn? They be like, I'm from Red Hook. I'm like, yo, we from Brooklyn now, I'm from Red Hook. When you from Brooklyn now, I'm from Coney Island. Be like, dude, like, that ain't that in Brooklyn? They be like, nah, I'm from Coney Island. You never heard of Coney Island? I never heard of Coney Island dude say he from Brooklyn. Pat, you?
Nah, never.
Nah, everything. Nah, I'm from Coney Island.
Straight
I'm
Coney
from Red
Island.
Hook. Like, yo, are you from
They
Brooklyn?
want to be special, man.
From Brooklyn? Red Hook. Like, it's straight like that. But I mean, that's dope, though, because Red Hook has its own thing. Coney Island has its own thing. Bed-Stuy has its own thing.
I never paid attention to that, but that's just that pride, you know what I'm saying, and where you from. That's just like, you know, if you out of town anywhere in the world and you ask somebody from other boroughs, they say they from New York. But if you ask somebody from Brooklyn, they don't say New York. They say I'm from Brooklyn.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that Brooklyn pride. You know, I love it to the point where I like to travel a lot because I want to just take Brooklyn everywhere.
Right. Nah,
you know what I'm saying? I want to represent Brooklyn everywhere.
I always argue with people, and I'll be explaining to them, like, if you look at population, like, I'm a creature of numbers. Like, I play Sudoku all day. Like, I love numbers. And I always tell people, like, if you do the math, Brooklyn is like the 4th largest city in population. It's more people in Brooklyn, I think, than in Chicago, in the city of Chicago. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Like Brooklyn is really where it's at. The gentrification, the way it's changing. You know what I mean? I
think it's 2.8 million people.
Right, in Brooklyn. That's dope.
So Brooklyn is like you said, number 4, and number 3 is New York City in its entirety.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That just shows where the numbers are.
We the pulse of the city, baby. Brooklyn is the pulse of the city. You heard? For real, man. So listen, let's talk about it, man. Like Brooklyn Rising. Give me a brief intro on that.
So Brooklyn Rising, man, that's like one of my dreams, you know. Like I said, I dream a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Dream in color too.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But, you know, for me, I used to just throw a whole bunch of shit against the wall, see what stick, you know what I'm saying? But I think it was like 2012 when the Barclays Center came, and it opened up on my birthday, September 28th, and I was like, wow, we making history on my birthday. And you know, I take that serious, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like I need to do something. So I had like a huge after party. Had all the Brooklyn promoters that just kind of like partnered up with me. And we had an amazing party. Like, you know, I spent my own money. I spent about $30,000 on this party. You know what I'm saying? But it was like we making history. So after that, I just had like a aha moment type of thing. And like, you know, damn, what's next for Brooklyn? Like, we made history, and I just you know, I feel like it was a gift that God gave me, you know, this vision to say we need our own New Year's Eve ball now.
That's huge, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I couldn't let go. I couldn't turn it away. For 9 years, I've been chasing this dream to bring a ball to Brooklyn.
Was it like how did you establish the relationship, like with and partnership with like the Brooklyn borough president and things of that nature, in your fight to accomplish your dream?
So when I did have the vision to do it, I had like a brief conversation with the late Ken Thompson, Brooklyn DA, and he was like, he said, "Hey Jay, that's an amazing idea. You know, let me make some calls for you. Let me help you out." And he made some calls, and one of the calls was to the borough president. You know, he was actually the senator at the time, so he loved the idea, and he said, "You got to do this. You know, you have to make it happen." And I just went, you know, had a meeting with him, like, you know, we gonna have our own ball, but I didn't know nothing about how to do it. Like, I've done parties and like events. I always want to try to make an experience out of everything, you know. But when it came to saying we're gonna have our own ball, like
saying it and making it happen,
that was like two totally different animals. You know what I'm saying?
How did he embrace it when you? Like, I know you said Ken thought it was dope. So when he took it to to the next wave, how did they receive it?
Oh, I mean, they received it as an amazing idea, and let's do it. That's what they said, assuming that I had everything ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bringing the ball to Brooklyn? All right, let's do it. That's amazing. Like, you know, we ready for it. And this was like I said, about 9 years ago. So I had to, like, you know, me and my man, we went looking around to figure out how to get a ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It took me a whole year to find a company who could make a ball, and that's the same company that did the Times Square ball.
Wow, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Salute to Brooklyn Rising, man. That's huge, man. And just in itself, man. In itself, to actually like even though everything's on Google, like, how do you even find the company who did the Times Square ball? You understand what I'm saying? Like that's ill, man.
And it took me a year to find that, you know. But that I wound up not working with that company because it was just too expensive.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and a lot of times in situations like this, especially for us, like, is that like the biggest opposition? Like reaching the financial demand?
you know what? For me it was, and I know for a lot of people, and I say that because we have these dreams, we have visions, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are visionaries, creators, but we lack the resources.
Yeah, we waste $1 million. We waste $1 million a day in dreams, man.
So, you know, I mean, and this is how we get deterred, and, like, you know, when you have a conversation, well, as time been going on, and I have a conversation with people, and they say, and I say, like, you know, I just need money, and they say, don't worry about the money, that's the easy thing. Like, you have the vision, you have the plan, like, you know, that's the hard part. But yeah, you saying that because you got money or you have resources,
right? You
know what I'm saying? But where we're from, we don't have money for this type of stuff,
right?
You know, millions of dollars, we don't have that, or the resources. And also
too, you want to align yourself with the right people moving forward, right? And doing that, yeah.
But you know, when we think outside of the box, and we have these big dreams, we have to, you know, broaden our network. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first had this idea, and I go on my phone and I got like 1,500 contacts, and I'm like, all right, I need an architect, and I need an entertainment lawyer, I need a corporate lawyer, and I need a whole bunch of stuff, but it's not in my phone. And I'm like, damn, this phone is useless. You know, so I had to kind of really switch my network up and just get mentors. And I never really, you know, used that word years ago. But now I think that word is very, very relevant.
No, that's
important.
And
it's important for, like, you know, even the young guys. Like, instead of you looking for a big homie, and like, you know, it is what it is. I respect all of that. But we need to look for mentors instead of, you know, big homies and OGs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
really.
Let's consider them, instead of considering them a mentor, a OG, let's consider them a mentor.
Right, and again, like we say here, change the narrative. Like, get with someone that can uplift you. Like they always say, you have to be impactful with the lives you impact. Like, if you around these kids and you bringing someone in, or like you said, you searching someone, that person has to be beneficial. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to learn something from him. Like you said, you look at your phone, you need an architect. You got 1,500 people, but nobody's an architect. And it's like, wow, that's crazy. Like, I don't know architect. Like, and you didn't think, like, I thought this guy did architect, but construction and architecture is two different things. Word to mother. It is, though. Dude outfit your wall unit crazy. But, you know, architect is something totally different. You know? So, that's big, though. But like you said, mentors are important. So I want to take the time to shout out some of the mentors out there. Shout out to the boy Dame Lawrence, man. Like, dude is serious, man. Like, he's really on his grind, man. Shout out to again, everybody that's hustling, everybody that's doing it right, everybody that's doing what they're doing for the right reason. You know, so that's very important, man. And we gotta take the time, and I'm gonna take the time right now to play the role of a mentor. And I'm gonna ask everybody listening, anybody that's viewing, to make sure you go out and vote, man, because this is very important, man. We gotta really go out and vote. We gotta we gotta get rid of the guy. Like, the guy has to go, man. And like, at the end of the day, the guy has to go, man. But everybody, get out and vote. It's early voting right now. You can check down at the Barclays. They have early voting. You can check your local voting station. If you don't know per se and you don't know someone you can ask, or you feel funny because you don't know, you don't want to ask them, walk into a local church or something like that and they could direct you. But definitely everybody, we need to get out and vote, man. And go on S.STREET Media, because it's because of them that we have this platform. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share it, to tell a friend, and everybody, man. If you watching right now, you tell somebody they need to watch this episode later and see what the brother Jay Hill is talking about. So I gotta get back to Jay because I got these good questions. Have you received any opposition from other boroughs with what you're doing? Especially Manhattan.
I got somebody from I think Times Square Alliance reached out to somebody in my camp and was like, hey, I don't think he's gonna be able to do that, and but see, that's the thing, we're not dropping the ball. The Brooklyn ball is rising, so it's something totally different.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? The ball is gonna look different, so it's really nothing that nobody could do about that.
Right now, that's huge, man.
You know what I'm saying? But it took a long time to get to this point. Right now, I have an amazing team, man.
Congrats to your team, man.
I have an amazing
Salute
team.
all you guys, man. That's dope. And it's did you see yourself here behind such an incredible initiative? You dreamed it, and like you said, 9 years ago, and you set out and you started realizing the obstacles that were put in front of you of an engineer, an electrician, a location, with those obstacles ahead of you, did you? I know quit ain't in you.
Not at all.
Quit ain't in you, but did you look at him and was like, oh man?
But you know what? Every year, at least for the past 7 years, I thought that I was going to do it. I saw it happening, and that's just how determined I am. I'm optimistic anyway.
Right.
But I really thought that somebody was going to come and save the day and and get me where I need to go. So every year for the past 7 years, I thought it was going to happen, and I posted the Brooklyn Ball is happening, and people probably started not believing in me, but I still went on and on and on. You know what I'm saying?
Rome was not built in a day, brother.
Right.
And we salute you.
No doubt.
We salute you, man, and just the perseverance. But again, that's us as a people. Look at what we've been through. I always say on this show, and everybody laughs. I tell them all the time, what if the slaves had quit? For real, if a slave had quit, we wouldn't be where we at. We wouldn't have this fight. You understand what I'm saying? So,
but even now, there's a opposition where the unfortunate COVID is happening.
Right.
But we're still gonna bounce back and do it. It's gonna be a live stream event.
That's dope.
So now we're not gonna do it outside and where thousands
when
and thousands of people.
When you can create a cluster or anything of that nature.
Right. So it's gonna be live streamed on GFN TV, and now we have Roku is gonna be on. We're working with some other partners.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like a $9.99. People gotta pay to see the show.
Dope.
But we have an amazing program that we're working on. Some really good artists like DMX, Teddy Riley,
nice,
Big Daddy Kane, Mos Def. Who else we got? We're doing a tribute, a Biggie tribute.
Nice.
So we're working on some artists to come and support that initiative. So we going to do it at a venue inside the Navy Yard.
Okay.
The Dugal Greenhouse.
Okay.
So like I said, it's going to be very limited people who could be inside that venue. Most likely staff and but we're really pushing this for everybody to pay $9.99 to watch the show and watch the ball rise.
Nah, that's gonna be dope. Nah, that's dope. And they could pay we could pay the $9.95. We definitely could pay the $9.95. We waste $9.95 on lots. I just spent $30 on this haircut, so I know I could pay $9.95 for this joint.
No doubt.
I'm drinking whiskey. That's what's up though, man. So what does it take? Like I mean, like I'm listening to you, but it's like even that, like how many entities does it take to get behind such an incredible accomplishment like the BK Ball?
So it like I said, it all started as a dream, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like a full-fledged production. So it's almost like this year is going to be very similar to a lot of the award shows, like the BET Awards, and like we have all these artist performances,
Tonys, everything.
Yeah. So the benefit of it is we're making history with our own New Year's Eve ball. Now the ball rises every year with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? This year we're raising the ball in support of the fight against the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Which is a global event. We've been affected all over the world. So we have like even global overseas performances.
Nice.
Like a performance in Belgium, London, Spain.
That's dope.
So we're really making this a global thing.
And it's crazy because people globally, they love Brooklyn.
Absolutely,
they love Brooklyn. They visit. They're always here. It's crazy because like I work with for transit, and like when you're on those platforms, you run into these people. Like some of my coworkers have to have like certain apps for different languages and everything because like these dudes be coming to you. You be like, huh? You be like, oh, I don't speak English. I said, do you listen to English? That's all I need you to do. You don't have to speak it. Can you listen? Because I can get you the rest of the way. You know what I mean? Just need you to listen. Nah, but that's dope, man. So like the expectations and the concept of the Brooklyn New Year's Eve ball is awesome, man. And like your dream, and once you pitch it to your team members and everything, they immediately like jumped on. And
so the team that I have now is A1. Like they already knew that this is going to be amazing, and they've done huge projects.
Right.
But when it comes to making history and creating a new legacy for like one of the most famous cities in the world,
right?
Like that's a big deal.
Right. Being
no
a
matter
part of that.
what you've done, like you've never done this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like second nature to them, but they got it right away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of activations, a lot of things that I wanted to do, and my talent director, and my team, they was like, Jay, we know you want to do all of this stuff. Let's just try to minimize it and just manage our expectations on what we could really do this year.
Right.
And I respected that because they're the professional, I'm the visionary, and they here to make it happen. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No, that's important. And then too, it's important to have people with you who know what they're doing, exactly who you respect, and they're not trying to deter you. They're just trying to get you to understand maybe we need to downsize or whatever in order to make sure that this goes off and moving forward.
Right.
And everything. Because I believe, like, if it wasn't for COVID, like, this would be ill, man.
Yeah.
We might have to black tie this. You got to come out dogged up, man. This,
absolutely.
Seriously, this is official, man. And that spins back off to your parties too, because like a lot of your functions, like you got to be dressed, man. Like for real, do not come out here playing.
Not at all.
Take that tag off your suit sleeve. Don't be playing. These dudes out here official with these derbies, man. No big chunks. These dudes out here with these eel skins and
right.
All of that good look, man.
I mean, they gotta, once they know, they know.
Right, exactly. But it also too, again, it's like in what we say here, man. In Bridget Gap, you have to change the narrative. You have to show them a kid gotta wanna look a certain way. Gotta know that I gotta put this together. I gotta be at that. You know what I mean? And that's important, man. So it's like, when you ask yourself, like you here now, like when you by yourself and you here now, like what are those? Give me what's that moment like when you by yourself and like this October, yo.
I mean, every time somebody say the date, my heart start beating fast. But then I could really chill because I know my team is on point. So what's important to know is on the 15th Thursday, we're gonna start selling pre-sale tickets.
Okay.
So now on Thursday, people could start buying the tickets for the show early. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be an amazing show. So that's what we want to push. Everybody go out there, check the website, brooklynrising.com or all social media handles, Brooklyn Rising, and just go on there, buy your ticket, and that's the support. If you want to support, Brooklyn, or you want to support Jay Hill, or, the whole team, the movement.
If you want to be a part of something epic.
Absolutely.
If you want to be a part of something epic, get them 10 singles together. Cop that slug and let's do this. Let's make this happen, man.
But Jay, don't you have audition for some singers?
So yeah, that I'm glad we got to that, because one of the one of the activations, which is I'm passionate about it, and this is one of the things that the team was like, let's manage our expectations, but they, this here was like, I'm not budging on this,
right?
Like every year, Times Square, whatever city, they have their anthem songs. Like Brooklyn need an anthem song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let's do like a talent search. So right now we have Brooklyn Rising Star talent search. Okay. So what happens is we're collecting submissions. Like a lot of people are submitting songs, believe it or not. And I'm not really listening to it, but I listen. Like I'm not going to be the judge of it, because my ear ain't like the professionals. Right. Understood. You know what I'm saying? But we are listening.
But you know what a banger is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. There you go.
So we got like over 100 submissions now, and on October 31st, we're going to close it off and pick 10 of those artists and have a live contest. Live audition. Okay. So we got some celebrity judges and stuff like that that's going to pick 3. And then we're going to let the viewers pick the one. The winner gets to perform live on the Brooklyn Ball stage.
Oh, that's dope. Brooklyn Rising Talent Show. Please go on social media. Check that out, all you young artists. Shout out to the boy Trillion, man. I know you listening. Man, go on there, man. You got heat, man. 50-50 bills. All these dudes, man. Y'all go out there and check it out, man. I mean, you singers, you young ladies that sing, you harmonize. You got a little Alicia Keys in you, a little what's the girl my niece love? I think her joint is Initials. Her name is Initials. Like her. Yeah, she's bad. Like the little singer chick is her. My niece loves her. Yeah, that's her name, right? It's her. yeah, that's the name. Yo, I couldn't figure that out. No, but that's dope. Now, but anybody, you got some talent, man. Check that out. Brooklyn Rising Stars, man. Brooklyn Rising on social media next, like BK Blue J, BK_BLUJAY, Instagram. Check him out, man. Follow him. He's doing amazing things, man. But so Jay, we like to finish it out here with first and foremost, thank you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like we really appreciate you, man. But what does like bridging the gap mean to you?
Bridging the gap means bringing everything together. Us as mentors and mentees, you know what I'm saying? Right. Work together, support our dreams, you know what I'm saying? Right. And that's how we move forward. Right.
It's definitely strength in numbers, and what you're doing is awesome, man. Just the fact that like where you came from, what you shared here about your family, and I don't know any black families that own the school. You know what I mean? Or seriously, you own the school and everything, and like you have educators in your family, so everybody's reading, everybody's writing, everybody's up to par on the code. Because the system is different. The school system teaches you to retain. Doesn't really teach you. It teaches you to retain. Then after the test, you don't see anything anymore. But when you got educators in your family, you know what I mean, and you really doing your thing, like that's big, man. So I need you again, Jay, because I know I gave a little bit of it, but I need you again to tell the people how they could reach you, how they could follow you.
So brooklynrising.com, go on the website, check us out, see everything that's happening right now. You could go on all social media handles, Brooklyn Rising, IG, Facebook, or BK_BlueJ, that's mine, and I'm always putting stuff up. But the support is always appreciated. Nah,
no doubt, man. We appreciate you here at A-Bridge for coming, man, because especially what you got going. I know the schedule is hectic, man, and you took time out for us, so that definitely means a lot, man. And just what you're doing, man. I'm just glad to know you, to be able to be a part of this, man. I'm looking forward to that, man, because COVID be having me shook, so I ain't going out. You know what I mean?
Nah, I
For
appreciate
real,
y'all
man.
having me, man. I appreciate you.
Missed a couple of,
having me.
I think I missed a couple of dope parties already, man. But end of the day, I'm here, man. You know.
I just want to shout out my team. You know,
shout out to your team for real,
my team,
man.
Alex, Eric, Ayana, Denise, Angela, Rhonda, Magali, Tanine, Daff, Lamus, Chelsea. If I forget anybody, like, I'm sorry, y'all, but like, I appreciate my whole team. For real,
shout out to the whole Brooklyn Rising team, man. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for keeping him strong and uplifting him and agreeing to believe in what he had, man. So definitely, man. Thank you all, man, and thank you for sharing him with us, man.
And my nephew Billy too.
Yeah, shout out to Billy, man. You know what I mean? And Trey and Nicholas, those dudes drive me crazy, man. For real, man. But
no doubt,
those my guys, man.
And my baby girl Jada.
Yeah, shout out to Jada, man. You know, thank you, Jada, for letting them come on. You know, for real, Jada be having to say so.
No doubt.
People don't know, man. But nah, that's dope, man. Like Brooklyn Rising Talent Show. Oh, this right here, one of my executive guys just asked me who made this. This is a Rockaway shirt. I went a little upscale today because my people ain't hit me, man. So I had to do something regular. See, Rockaway, Rockefeller and all that's regular right now. Paper Planes is all regular to us, because I'm working with the new young designers, man. You know what I mean? Getting them dudes to support us, get us out, man, because we got a lot of great people doing some great things, man. Shout out to Brooklyn Empire, man. Shout out to Joy's Fashion Finds, man. Shout out to my granddaughter. She got a lip gloss coming, man, called Pink Bear, man. It's going to be huge, man. Like, Shorty, she's 8 years old, man. She went online. She found out where to get the containers from, what she needed. She did all her homework, man. So it's only right that we make this happen. And she a beast with it, man. I didn't even get a chance to post it, but she did our first drop, man. She in front of the Barclays. She ran up. She shouted out A Bridge, the podcast, talked about her lip gloss and everything. Then she ran off, man. So but that was big though. But man, yo, Jay, thank you, brother.
Yo, I appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for the blue label.
No doubt,
this adult stuff right here.
Appreciate you for coming out, brother. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate it, man. I just want to say one thing. Y'all look for the Brooklyn Ball, man. We're gonna be touring the neighborhood, and we're supporting vote, make it count.
Okay,
so
definitely.
We're gonna be rapping the ball. It's gonna say make it count. Every vote matters, you know what I'm saying? And you'll see it around Brooklyn. We're going to go through the whole city.
Nah, definitely. That's what's up. And remember, people, vote. And don't think that your vote don't matter, because if it didn't matter, they wouldn't do so much to stop you. You know what I mean? It's very important, man. You definitely got to vote, man. People died and people were sprayed with hoses and all kind of stuff, man, to open up these ports and these opportunities for us. So we got to continue to pay homage and give back, man, and change the narrative. This is a huge, huge election for us, And at the end of the day, man, no one knows what the future holds, but we know we can't stay where we at. We can't do this dude anymore, and we don't want to make him relevant. Like, you don't want to make him relevant, man, by giving him another 4. Like, he has done enough damage, like, for real, So at the end of the day, man, again, thank you. This is A Bridge, the podcast on S.STREET Media. Click, subscribe, and just keep doing your thing. We out. You heard?